guys, Miss Corcoran here, and today I'm going to show you how to make a pattern in Illustrator. It is very easy, so this is a refreshing tutorial. What you're seeing right now is my two designs, one that you saw in class. This is not a pattern. It is because the image does not repeat. If I wanted to make a pattern out of this, I could, but I think that this image is really complicated and I don't want to repeat it. But over here, you can see another image that I used for inspiration, and then my waterfalls that I've made and I'm going to make into a pattern. So I very simply just made this with the pen tool, and then I duplicated it, and then I filled in a pattern in the background and then a navy blue square in the back. So one thing that I noticed is because this dot pattern is already a pattern, I can't make a pattern out of a pattern, if that makes sense. So I'm going to actually delete that, and I'm going to group all of this together, and now this is the image that I want to repeat. So all I'm going to do is go to my swatches panel. If you don't have your swatches panel here, go to Window, Swatches, and it will pop up for you. And then you are going to either drag this into your swatches panel, and there it is, or, so like that is, it's literally that easy, or you can say Object, Pattern, Make, and you will see that this now instantly becomes a pattern. Now this little Properties panel that pops up, that's kind of handy. So you can go through this and decide if there is some other way you'd like to arrange your pattern, and it will live change for you in the background, so you can kind of see, okay, brick by brick, column, hex by column, hex by row. So these are all the different ways that the pattern can be configured. I'm just going to stick with my normal grid. And then you can decide if you want to make this bigger or smaller, if you want them to be overlapping, 5 by 5, 7 by 7. I'm going to stick with that and say done. And now I can delete that, and all I do is I'm going to make a giant box. Oh, it already knows. And then I'm going to fill it with my new pattern, and it will simply fill like that. Now I noticed that my pattern is really big, so I'm going to go double click on this, and I can, by double clicking, simply go back into the properties, and I am going to just make it smaller. So it was 1677, let's go 15. Here we go. Overlaps a little bit. All right, let's see how that goes. A little better. So you can mess with your swatch properties or pattern properties until you're happy with the outcome, but that's essentially how you do it. So any time you make a shape, even if it's a random shape, see what I mean? It's filling with your new pattern. So you can fill your pattern inside any shape that you make. Oop. All right, and that is how you make a pattern in Illustrator.